Okay, guys. Hello, good morning, good evening, I don't know what time it is at your place. I wanted to do this video today. I initially started filming a vlog, but I kind of wanted to do this like sit-down video instead, as I felt, I don't know, I just felt like that was more needed right now. So I wanted to talk about things I do for like self-care, things I do at home, things I do to just like take care of myself a little extra. I feel like I have to address the big elephant in the room, which is, of course, coronavirus. I'm just gonna get comfy because I'm not comfy right now. Yeah, so I want to like address the big elephant in the room, obviously, which is coronavirus. And I've tried to I'm still navigating myself through it. I'm gonna try to keep this short. We have addressed it on Jer Favity's Instagram. I have addressed it on my Instagram. And you know, first and foremost, the most important thing is everyone's health. The health of my family, the health of my loved ones, the health of literally everyone on this earth breathing right now. And I think, you know, the main thing is we're spending time at home. I'm not sick. I don't have any symptoms. I don't know anyone who is sick, like not anyone close to me. But I'm doing my part and I'm staying home. My grandparents are obviously in the high-risk group since they're older. However, my mom is also in the high-risk group as she has an autoimmune disease. So her immune system is very, very weak. So that has been hard, and obviously it is still very hard. It's a scary time, and I can just encourage everyone to, you know, be respectful, be mindful. Even if you're not vulnerable, there's so many vulnerable people in our society that we need to take care of. So listen to what the government and what the experts are saying. Wash your hands. You know, keep your distance from people. If you have symptoms, stay home. But yeah, I wanted to keep this short because I feel like you guys are, you know what I'm talking about. You've probably read about it all over the news in whatever country you're in. And I can just pray that this will pass, and I hope you and your loved ones are safe. I hope you're feeling okay, and I just want to remind you that it will pass and that we can get through this together. So yeah, I think that's why I wanted to do this video, because I feel like a lot of people are spending time at home. And for a lot of people, that can be very, first of all, very lonely. It can be a little bit, you can feel a little anxious. And I just wanted to remind you of the things that you can do at home, or the things that I do at home to make myself feel good. So yeah, this kind of goes hand in hand with how I take care of my body, my mind, what I do when I feel anxious, what I do to, you know, prioritize myself, just stuff that I do to make myself feel good. So I wanted to talk with you guys about this. So I wrote everything down just so I really, you know, I just want to make sure that I get everything in. So first of all, first thing for me, it's very important for me to listen to what my body and mind needs. So I think this comes together with you know, working out and, you know, eating, and, you know, feeling like I have to do a lot of stuff all the time. So this is important for me. I need to listen to what my body needs. I need to listen to what my mind needs, because it is easy to just rush, and then you look at other people and you feel like you need to be in the same pace as they are, you need to do the same things that they are. But at the end of the day, you're you, and everyone has their different timelines. Everyone goes through things at different times. If we all went through the same things the same time, it would be a little weird, you know what I mean? So I just feel like reminding myself that I'm in my own, I'm doing my own thing, I have my own pace, I have my own timeline, really helps. And then making sure I listen to what I need. So if my body is feeling tired, if my body is feeling, you know, tired or sluggish, maybe one day that means that I need to work out because it'll make me happy, or the other day might mean that I don't need to work out, that I need to just, you know, lie in bed and just relax. Sometimes my mind needs to be creative, sometimes I need to do something creative, and sometimes I just need to lie in bed and watch Netflix. So I think it's important to really be in tune with yourself and let yourself really feel what you need, which can be a little bit hard and can also be a little bit scary, because sometimes you just want to do what society tells you to do. You just want to listen to what other people tell you to do. But at the end of the day, you have you, like you're in it for the long run with your mind and with your soul and with your body. That's a long-term relationship. So you need to fuel your mind and body with love, respect, kindness, positivity. And I have definitely gotten to where I am today by realizing that like it's not a short-term thing. It's not like a quick diet or something. Like the relationship I have with my body and with myself is something that is like forever. So that's why I kind of let it, like you'll have your ups and you'll have your downs, but that's okay because that's life. This video, I'll just be rambling. Hopefully though, you know, it'll still make sense. But yeah, second thing is definitely like trusting my gut. And this kind of plays in more with like relationships maybe, and you know, with like jobs. But at the end of the day, like I usually say, like, so when I hear something, like let's say I get a job offer, or let's say like a friend says something to me, within the first second, how my gut is feeling, that is what I should do. Like it's hard to describe, but if I get a bad feeling in my gut, I know it's probably not something I should do, or not something I should support, or whatever. Like I can kind of feel it in my gut right away when it feels right. I don't really know how to like get to that point where you can trust your gut. For me, it's just always been there. But I can definitely look into that if you guys want me to. But I feel like, you know, like there's this quote, what is it, like gut feelings are your guardian angels or something. I don't know. But yeah, definitely, I think this kind of plays into the same thing I was talking about before. Like daring to listen, like allowing yourself to really listen to your body, and allowing yourself to listen to your own thoughts, and you know, really just being in tune with yourself is really important. Also, journaling is very helpful. I have periods where I'm better at it. I have periods where I'm worse, like where I'm not as dedicated to it. And even if, so for me, journaling is like obviously like I want to write something down, but it can also be like journaling in my head. So I can also just like sit and think and kind of like write stuff in my head, which might feel a little weird, but that is also helpful to me. And a lot of people ask me like, okay, when you say journal, what do you mean? And for me, there's a lot of different things about journaling. Like you can either do like a journal every day where you just write down everything, you know, like your goals, the schedule for today, what, like an affirmation and stuff like that. I just want it to be very free. So I want to be able to just, sometimes I'll just write down whatever comes to mind, and it can make no sense at all, like literally no sense, and that's fine. Like for me, it doesn't have to make sense. Sometimes it's just I have to write down what I'm feeling. So sometimes it could just be like happy, sad, etc., etc. And then sometimes I do more like a journal where I go in deep into my feelings. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling like this? Can I figure out why am I feeling like this? Or can I just write down that I'm sad? But I think it's like journaling for me is therapy. So if you can, like, let's say you're feeling anxious. So if you can, write down that you're feeling anxious, and then try to connect with yourself and try to figure out why you're feeling anxious. And having that moment for yourself where you're just writing in your journal can really like it'll make you dig deeper. At least that's like the case for me. Like it'll make me dig deeper into my feelings, into my thoughts, and then I can kind of like realize why I'm feeling the way I am. But like I said, it doesn't always have to make sense. So I just want, like, when you journal, don't put any pressure on yourself. Just like let it be whatever it is. And then you can also do more like an easier stuff. Like I love writing down what I'm thankful for. That just kind of lets me focus on the right things rather than like focusing on what I don't have, or like what I wish that I had. So when I write down what I'm thankful for, it just shifts the focus into something more positive. I also love writing down what my body does for me. Coming from an eating disorder, it's obviously for me, like when I had an eating disorder, I always saw what my body looked like the appearance, like what did I weigh, what size did I wear, etc., etc. For me, I have now shifted the focus to what my body does for me, and that made such a big difference for me. So I love writing down just like what I'm thankful for, like me being able to, you know, like hug the people I love, me being able to just like go out in nature, me being able to like eat, taste, feel stuff, being able to laugh, being able to, you know, just like walk around are stuff that like, it's easy to take these things for granted, but at the end of the day, like I'm so thankful I can do it. So writing this down can also really, it shifts the focus from appearance to, you know, something deeper, something more meaningful, if you ask me. Okay. I also like, so things I do for self-care as well, is I also like to ask myself what makes me happy. And that will be different every day, because sometimes cooking will make me happy, sometimes running will make me happy, sometimes watching a movie will make me happy, sometimes writing will make me happy, sometimes reading a book will make me happy. But asking myself that when I feel a little anxious or when I feel a little lost, or, you know, when sometimes I'll just ask myself it, that is really helpful. And then, so let's say like today, what makes me happy? Today, what makes me happy is cooking and baking. So that's what I'm gonna do today, because I know that it will genuinely make me happy. And if that makes me happy, of course I should do it. So I think it's like, sometimes you just need to remind yourself what makes you happy. So that's important to me. Oh my God, have I already spoken for 13 minutes? Help, longest video ever. And then like lighter things. So things I do for self-care that's a bit like on the lighter subject is like, I love putting my favorite music on, and I love just like listening to it really loud. Like I'll sing along to it. I'll do a couple of dance moves, because, you know, whatever, no one's looking. I just love, like, music make me so happy. So I just love putting that on. I also like baking. Like I said, baking is therapy for me. So find something that is therapeutic for you. Baking is that for me. So I'm gonna bake today. Cooking also makes me really happy. It's like a challenge, because I like cooking, but I haven't done a lot of it, or I haven't done like challenging meals. So cooking for me is it's relaxing, but also challenging. So I like that mix. Walking out in nature without, also like this is what I want to encourage you guys to do. So go out in nature, but also leave your headphones at home. Like bring your phone if you want to, because, you know, sometimes you just want your phone if something goes wrong. But leave the headphones at home. So just go out in nature and really connect with nature. Like even just stand still, take deep breaths, and listen to everything around you. That is also something that helps me when I'm feeling anxious. So I'll focus, I'll relax, and then I will listen to whatever, like what's going on around me. I'll notice, like I'll be aware of the sound, and then I let myself be aware of it, and then maybe I'll be aware of like what something feels like, and then, you know, just stuff like that. So going out in nature is very, very, very therapeutic, especially without music, because you just want to like be thankful for, you know, what nature gives you, what nature has to offer. Listening to the birds is so nice. Listening to like the leaves, or like the bare trees outside my window, because there's no leaves. But just like scaling it back a little bit. We always want to do so much. We always want to multitask. We always want to learn new things. So we always want to listen to a podcast to be distracted, or to, you know, let our minds relax. But I think me, like if I just speak for myself, I need to learn how to relax without doing something at the same time. So like for me, I'd rather go out and walk without podcast or without music, just to like fully be present. So that's important. Speaking of like being in a moment, meditating is something I really want to get into. I would lie if I said that I do this at the moment. I kind of go into periods with that as well. Like I try, and then I fall out of it, and then I try it again, and then I fall out of it. But now that I'm spending a lot of time at home, it's going to be my number one priority. I think you can, like, I've downloaded the app Calm. I have that when whenever I fly, I use the app Calm, and it's really good. So I think there's also an app called Headspace. Haven't tried that, but maybe this doesn't really have to do with self-care. But whenever, I think this has more to do with like body confidence and, you know, all the emotions with that. But whenever I think something negative about myself, which thankfully I don't do anymore that much, because I'm constantly, you know, working on myself. So I've kind of gotten away from that, thankfully. But, you know, there's still times when maybe some negative thought pops up in your head. So whenever that pops up in my head, what I do is I say it out loud. Because usually when I say it out loud, I like realize what it sounds like. Because sometimes when you're in your head, you're allowing yourself to say all of these nasty things, all of these things are like downgrading. But then once you say it out loud, you kind of hear it. You kind of get perspective. So that is really helpful to me. And I can highly recommend that. And hopefully that is helpful to someone else. But then just the last thing I want to say, like, to not make this like too hard, like other things you can do for self-care at home is like, you know, like currently I have a leave-in mask in my hair that I'm going to wash out later. You know, manicure, like do a manicure and pedicure at home, face mask, read a book. Like reading for me is therapeutic. I love it. I love just getting lost in a book. Maybe draw. Like you don't need to be good at drawing. I feel like there's so much like pressure on things nowadays. It's like, oh, you're not allowed to draw if you're not good at it. Yes, you are. Just draw whatever comes to mind. I have a coloring book that I love using. So I'll just sit and like color it in, the flowers. So just stuff like that. Just like go back to maybe like more like the kid in yourself. Like what would the kid in yourself want to do? It'll probably want to be creative, because letting yourself be creative is kind of letting your mind rest and kind of letting you just do whatever you feel like doing. So, you know, there's so much to do. I just think you need to, like, first and foremost, really listen to yourself and really listen to what your body needs. Because like I said, it'll need something different every day, and your mind will need something different every day. And that's just the way it goes. I don't know, maybe this video was helpful for someone. Maybe it wasn't. Like I said, I initially started filming a vlog, but I just kind of felt like I wanted to do this sit down video instead. So it's Wednesday now, and I'm just gonna edit this video together. I'm not really gonna edit it. I'm not gonna edit anything out. I'm just gonna make it a little bit shorter maybe, or it'll be 17 minutes, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys like this, and if you want me to do more videos like this, tell me. And yeah, I feel like now I have time on my hands, so I want to get into more videos, so I'll definitely do that. I'll be baking bread tonight, so I'm gonna film that. That will probably come up on my Instagram though, so check that out as well. And so something that is important to me always, and especially now in these times, is the human connection. So even if you're not getting it physically right now, call people you love, call people you know you're connected to, call people you enjoy talking to. Just make sure that you see them, and you know what, you like, make sure that they know that you see them and that you think about them. And also like FaceTime, just call and say hi, what are you doing? Even like schedule a workout together. You can work out FaceTime together. You can like start a book club, read the same book, and if you can't order a book home, you know, you can rent a book online, or there's like audiobooks. So just make sure that you stay connected, because that human connection is so important. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to this. Sorry if I was rambling. Hopefully this makes sense. Stay safe. I will speak to you very soon.